She's just burping. So this podcast is called "Get Off My Lawn."
Yeah.
Just named it about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mr. Forrest trailer over here.
Yeah. I feel like since we're getting old and shit,
Yeah.
we might as well make it kind of grumpy.
Make it very grumpy.
Yeah. I don't know.
This podcast is going to be an open forum podcast. We talk about anything.
Welcome to the first episode.
Hell yeah.
We're going to take you through this terrible journey of our lives, basically, day to day.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 today.
On a scale of 1 to 10 stars, what do you give it?
Probably a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we saw it at Cinépolis.
Oh.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know what Cinépolis is, it's basically like a 5-star restaurant inside of a movie theater. It's so sick. But I didn't buy the tickets, or else I would have just went to like a regular like theater.
Because dude, tickets there are like $18 a person, $20 or like $20 a person sometimes.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
You went to the one. Obviously, you went to the one at RSM. It's like right across the street from me.
Yeah.
Because every time the only one I've ever been to is the one in Dana Point.
I think I've been to the one at Dana Point, but I didn't see a movie there. I think we just kind of like ended up.
Dude,
there
yeah,
somehow.
like this one time, like me and Nicole, we just went to the bar, got a drink, didn't see a movie. It was fine.
Is that one next to a Coffee Bean?
Yeah.
I think
no,
that's the one
Pete's
I'm
Coffee.
thinking of.
It's
Oh,
next to
okay,
Pete's
yeah,
Coffee.
Pete's Coffee. Yeah.
There's like a Panda Express, a Z Pizza right next to it, and then like Chipotle, Five Guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, hey.
Yeah, definitely.
Since you're from the East Coast, you've obviously had Five Guys first, right?
Yes.
You've seen the shit going around with
Yes.
Five Guys is better than fucking In-N-Out. As
Uh-huh.
someone who's been on the West Coast their entire life,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you what you think.
If we're going by burgers only,
Mhm.
In-N-Out.
Okay.
In-N-Out has the better burger. I'm sorry if anyone disagrees with me with my statement, but that's like how I feel. But if we're going by like everything on the menu with all of that, it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Because the fries at Five Guys are really good. I'm not a fan of animal-style fries just because like the cheese on there isn't as good as I want it to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
I like the regular fries at In-N-Out.
Yeah, me too.
Contrary to popular belief, I think they're real good. I just eat it with spread though. But the fact that Five Guys also has free peanuts though too, salt and vinegar readily available, and I do like grilled mushrooms on my burger too.
So good.
Yeah, Jay is also here with us. He's
not
allergic to peanuts, so
He would die.
yeah. But that's what I think, dude. Like I'm a fan of fast food, obviously, because I'm obese. But I like
I heard you lost 10 pounds.
yeah, I
Dude,
did.
good for you,
Yeah,
man.
I've
I'm
been
happy
like
for you.
starving myself because Los Angeles and
must
shit.
not be an easy thing.
No, I mean like it's whatever. I like the exercising part a lot, but
What do
cutting
you
out-
do? You run? You
I
lift
do a
weights?
combination of like cardio and strength. It's like both. It's cool though. I like going to the gym a lot.
Yeah.
The gym is way more fun than cutting out garlic bread. That's
Oh
for
gosh,
sure.
I could not do that.
It's hard to cut out garlic bread.
I could not. See, that's the thing about me is like I'm gaining a little bit of weight. I'm getting a little bit of a kangaroo pouch.
Okay, yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cut anything out. Like the one thing I'm trying to cut out a little bit more in my diet is eating actual meat. Like
Okay.
I really am, because I don't know. It's just like you don't know where a lot of meat comes from.
That's
Obviously, if you're gonna go to somewhere where you trust the meat comes from, like at my work, I know where the meat comes from. I'll eat the meat there. But like, obviously with like fast food joints, you don't fucking know what can happen.
Yeah, or if the fact that someone else's meat was touching your meat too, that's kind of fucked,
Yeah.
But like, I don't really like think about that too much. But a big part of that for me has been like I've just been eating at home.
Yeah.
Like I don't like go out to eat.
Oh, I barely
much,
ever go out to eat anymore.
And especially like for like I've been cutting out a lot of red meat. Like I'll eat In-N-Out like every once in a while, like we've been talking about. But
dude, lately from In-N-Out, I've been getting the grilled cheese animal style.
Yeah.
And that is like, dude, I never thought a day in my life that I would like that. But Nicole got it one time and I had a bite and I was like, bro, this is probably the best thing I've ever eaten in my whole life.
It's good because it's simple.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need much to appease the stomach. You know,
it's pretty fucking delicious.
But what was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, but finding meat substitutes are really easy nowadays.
Oh yeah,
too. Like,
that's all it's in
all the
my
Gardein
house, yeah.
stuff. Like that stuff's so good.
Oh yeah, dude. The first time I ever had like the Gardein, like the ground beef stuff, like you put in tacos and like spaghetti sauce and all that stuff. Had no idea it was that shit.
Yeah.
My mom like tricked me, or like I think it was like my sister cooked like tacos, and like I could tell that the meat was different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of meat is this? This isn't the kind of ground beef we've always used. And my sister's like, oh yeah, it's not even meat. It's this fake shit. And I was like, damn it, I like it.
Yeah. I think that's good though, because like even though I just saw this thing that like even veganism sometimes isn't cruelty free because they have like, a bunch of fucking like
saw that
children working in crop farms and stuff.
Whoa.
Because you know it's planet Earth, nothing is cruelty free anymore. You know. What? You said that's fucked up?
No, I said don't talk about vegans like that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to anyone who's vegan. My apologies that we've been talking about burgers and stuff. But
yeah,
animals can be tasty. I love chicken. I can't give up chicken ever.
No, I don't think I could ever give up chicken either. I love chicken wings too much.
I eat chicken every day. Chicken's like my main source of protein.
Ooh, Cane's.
Cane's is good. If you guys live anywhere near Cane's, you should go there right now while listening to this.
Dude, it's crazy because like the one that opened in Aliso Viejo like popped off. I remember going there all the time when I lived down there, and there isn't one near my house now. It sucks.
Closest one is what, Costa Mesa?
Yeah. I don't even know. Oh yeah, there is one in Costa Mesa. I think they opened.
It's off Harbor.
Yeah, that's right. Right off Harbor in the 405. Right? Is it that the one?
Yeah.
Didn't it take over like a Burger King?
I don't know, but it's right across the street from a Chick-fil-A.
I don't care, but it's
like,
fucking dude. That's fuck. All
that's
right.
like that whole like idea of them moving into. It's literally right across the street from a Chick-fil-A. It's kind of like when a rival gang comes in your hood, dude, and like tries to sell crack on your block.
That's literally
like
yeah.
That shit is so wild
like,
to me.
All right, step up.
So ballsy.
My coworkers today were talking about, oh, dude, I'm feeling Cane's right now, and I just thought about the fucking dipping sauce.
Oh yeah, that sauce is great.
That's what makes it, bro.
That's what makes it.
Yeah, if anyone is viewing this in the southeast part of our country, which is America, which is kind of shitty, but go to Zaxby's if you're around to Zaxby's right now. You guys have to go there because they have.
Go to Zaxby's.
It's like Cane's with a larger menu. They have the same flavor sauce, like, and all that shit. The chicken tastes the exact same.
Yeah.
Then they have the crinkle fries too.
Oh, the crinkle fries.
Yeah.
Are so good. When we were in Atlanta, we didn't really venture out much into getting like that kind of like we went to like a
pizza joint.
Yeah, Morrow got like food poisoning from there, which sucked.
Of course he did.
But then like we went to Marietta because that diner was pretty good. That place was dank as fuck, but it was right next to a cookout, and I really wanted to go there. But
to cookout?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I read the Yelp reviews, and I normally don't base my decision of going somewhere based off Yelp, because fuck Yelp.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Because I work in the restaurant industry, and when people leave bad Yelp reviews, it really does fuck your business up.
Well, you have to think about it too, because my girlfriend works for a vape shop, which is super sick. If you guys vape, you should vape all the time. But she, like, whenever people write Yelp reviews, I swear to God, they only ever do it because it's negative. It's never like, oh, we're having a positive experience. At least like 80% of the time, it's a negative like story or situation.
Yeah, like this one guy left one on MyWorks, and his was, I never leave reviews unless they're bad.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is my third time doing it for separate places.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just like, I feel like, I mean, like, obviously not everyone's going to have a positive experience where they go.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time when people talk about their experiences on Yelp, I feel like it's always a mixture of how good the service was to also like the food quality.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like most of the time, like, okay, like, you know, when you're trying to look for like this one time I was looking for a 24-hour McDonald's. Judge me. Fuck it.
No, it's okay. Sometimes you need that cheeseburgers.
Dude, I was, you know, I was craving it.
Yeah.
I think it was the one by your house, right across the street.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I wanted,
that one's not 24 hours.
No,
Yeah.
but I wanted to see what time I wanted to see what time it closed at.
Yeah.
That's 98% of the reason why I use Yelp is just to see what time shit's open till.
Okay.
So
I feel like good like reviews on Yelp should like be like worth more than the bad ones because like I feel like someone needs to really care and appreciate the service to actually write a good Yelp review.
No, yeah.
Because Yelp is pretty much like how like entitled white people like it's a website for them to snitch on people. So,
you want to know? Speaking of that, so I guess there's this service like Yelp, which is called the Bitchy Waiter or some shit like that.
Okay.
And that's basically the opposite of Yelp. It's people who work in the food industry talk shit about their customers.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That's incredible.
No, I don't.
I didn't know about
I'm
this.
not. I just found out about it like last week, and I've never been on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've never been on it, so I don't know what it's like. But I'm gonna check it out soon. But
That's word. I'm going to check that out too.
but yeah, dude, people leave actual like reviews for fucking McDonald's. Like people leave like 1-star reviews, be like, service was shot, food was shot. It's like, dude, we know.
Yeah,
We know anytime you go to McDonald's, you're gonna have.
It's like the cheapest like
Yeah.
fast food you could like.
Actually,
go
no,
to.
it's not.
Like, well, I mean,
What's the
like,
cheapest fast food you
The
can
cheapest,
get?
like, if you're talking about like price in the food,
Yes.
actually, it's not.
Yeah, because they have
They
a dollar menu.
They have
basically
slamming
anymore.
deals.
Yeah.
But I feel like the cheapest fast food you can get, which is ironically the best, is fucking Taco Bell.
Del Taco.
No,
well,
Del Taco's more expensive than
Del
Taco
Taco
Bell.
has-
for like
n-
$1.
Yeah. But
That's
Taco
true.
Bell has.
They're like neck and neck.
Buck and under.
They got the buck and unders. They got the meal deals. They
That's
got
true. The meal
Those
deal's a big
deals
one
are,
too.
like, not much of deals anymore. At
the
least-
$2 meal deals, dude.
Right, it's not $2.
Yeah, they upped the
Really.
price for that.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
when they first
$2.
came out,
That shit was lit. I'd
that
be getting
shit
that-
was lit. When
Yeah.
you found out you could get a fucking bag of Doritos,
Bro, I was
with your
getting a
meal.
double decker. I was buying two
Dude, the
of
double
them.
decker taco
Yeah,
was the shit.
I would get $2 fucking meal deals.
Huh.
So that you get that $4
Trust.
meal deals, a larger
Trust.
fucking Baja Blast.
Trust.
I don't eat that shit anymore, unfortunately, but I want to really bad.
I
We're
had-
talking about it,
I
so
had
it's
a-
kind of like getting it out of my
I had
system.
a Crunchwrap Supreme last night, and I also had the cheesy bean and rice burrito.
Oh yeah,
You know what's really good is the cheesy potato burrito. Sub
the dollar
sub
one.
out the meat with beans though. Oof, Morrow turned me on to that, and that is like by far one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life.
dude, I just get all of those shredded mini chicken quesadillas.
Dude,
and I just
I
stack 'em
can't
up.
eat
That
the
shit's
chicken quesadillas from
amazing.
Taco Bell.
Dude,
I
they're
really,
so
really can't.
good.
Every time I eat a chicken quesadilla from Taco Bell,
That
it is
sauce is so good.
Dude.
instant regret.
No. Fucking the chicken quesadillas are good. The mini shredded chicken quesadillas, they're different.
Yeah.
They're not as good. And like
You're flagrant.
I
That
just,
That's why you don't have a microphone.
I just.
The shredded chicken mini quesadillas are fucking bomb as hell.
Yeah.
they're not as good as the regular chicken quesadillas though.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. You can eat that shit in one bite and you're good to go.
Before I came,
I still get them. They're just not as good, bro.
Whatever.
Sorry.
plus he worked at Taco Bell. I think he had kind
I
of
think,
like. has a
yeah,
point.
I think that you're like,
I didn't work there
Bias.
when they came out with those.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, then okay, fine. But whatever. The point is,
regardless, we should move from the fast food shit though. Tell me more about going to Atlanta.
well, when we
Like,
went
what
to
were,
Atlanta,
what were you guys doing in Atlanta?
We-
Because they don't know about it.
we were recording an album for our band, our first full length. And yeah, it's sick. I can't really talk about it much more just because of a lot of other things.
That's
But-
fine.
But when we were out there, like I really wanted to go to Zaxby's because you had talked about it. I wanted to go to the cookout because you had talked about it.
Mm.
But we just didn't have. We like never had the time to, and like we didn't have a car. And when we did have a car,
We did for
Yeah.
like the first half.
Oh,
the
God.
first half of it, then
Yeah.
like we were on the way back from the studio one day. We were getting some instruments to go track for the guitars and the bass and stuff. So we were coming back from the Glow in the Dark Studios, which was in the actual city.
Yeah.
And then we were going back to East Point, which is like a suburb like outside of it. So we were coming back and we were in traffic and this fucking guy just blindsides Matt's fucking and just like his bumper like pretty much just like came off.
Yeah.
They T-bone him.
They didn't T-bone him. He just like he was like
turned into him.
Yeah,
he
was just merging into the next lane. Didn't have his blinker. The dude's fucking driver's side mirror non-existent. Didn't have one. It was dangling off. So he scraped the front part of his bumper.
Yeah. And they say like they weren't I wasn't there when it happened, but they're saying like they weren't going that fast.
No.
But like when I saw it like back at the house, I was like, what the fuck?
No, like literally
way worse than just like, oh, he just kind of ran into it.
Well, I mean, like, because we were going probably like 15 miles an hour on the freeway. There was traffic.
Okay.
So, like, you know, obviously, like, thank God we weren't going that fast, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we were going, like, you know, the flow of traffic, like, you know, whatever it is, like 55 on the freeway would probably be a completely different situation. But
damn,
we were just going like 15, 20 miles an hour. We were just minding our own business. And this dude just he just swipes the front right of the bumper, and it, like, pretty much that side was like coming off. We were able to pop it back into place to drive it back home. But Matt had to fill out an insurance claim and all that kind of shit. It sucked. So we had anywhere we had to go past them. We had to get
an Uber.
Yeah.
And that was really draining our bank accounts.
Yeah. We like that was the one time like we made use of like people's like fucking like Uber codes.
Uber
like,
codes.
Would,
Oh,
like,
word, nice.
For like $5 off, $10
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot whose it was, but
I think
one
we
of them got
used
$15 off a ride.
I think it
15.
was
Like $2.
wasn't it
a
like
ride
Connor or
from
something
like
that?
it might have been
Bonner Cornigan.
Bonner Cornigan.
But,
Shout out
like,
to Connor
from,
Brannigan.
Yeah.
like, straight,
Shout out
like-
Secrets.
like in Atlanta from where Ari was to back to.
Dude, you know what sucks is I didn't ever get to hang out with Ari.
Yo, you missed
Oh,
out
dude,
because
bro.
this place was lit.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
I know,
yo.
man.
Dude.
I know.
He had the like what is it called?
Plug.
He had like a
man
man cave. Yeah.
Oh yeah, word.
Because dude,
Like-
every time they would go to his house, Jay's snaps were just like them playing pool, drinking.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's lit.
smoking, and
Yeah, that's
it
my
looked like
boy.
such a fun time, but like I was always either too tired to go. Dude, I had the fucking worst sleeping schedule in Atlanta, man. Because I don't know what
I
it
felt
was.
really bad.
You're not
like,
sleeping in your bed, bro.
Dude,
That's a big one.
I mean, none of us were.
none of
Exactly.
us were.
That's
But,
what I meant. Like,
I felt like
I
don't
got
know,
like
almost like you didn't like adjust to.
no, but here's the thing though.
Yeah,
I
but-
did. I adjusted to the time schedule, like the time difference there. The thing was just like, I don't know. Maybe it was just like where I was sleeping was uncomfortable. Because you know when you sleep, you have like your little like. For me, I have to have the air conditioning on all night, and it has to
Has to be
turned
pitch
on.
black.
You should have slept.
I need
in,
no
I'm
light.
such
in the
a
room that
fucking.
me and Mikey shared, because like nice ass fucking comfy ass bed, could not feel the other person move.
Really?
Had, like a fan on the whole time,
Oh,
pretty
man.
much. Bro, it was.
I know, but I'm one of those, dude. Nicole will be the first one to tell you, like, I guess, hog the bed. I guess I do. But I don't know that.
you're just taller than your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
like I hear the same thing, but I weigh twice as much as my girlfriend. So legitimately, it's just not an excuse anymore. Like
No.
I physically need more room than you, and I'm very sorry about it.
Yeah, it's at the point now where we're thinking of getting a king size bed. We have
Dude, we're
queen
thinking of
size
going
right now.
California King.
Okay, what's the difference?
It's
'Cause
just it's just bigger than king. I want the biggest thing on the market.
Yeah, me
I need
too.
something large because the dog fucking sleeps in the bed with us now, and half the time I'm kicking him the fuck off, and then Morpheus does too, who's my cat.
Oh, you have a dog now?
Yeah. Well, you know Juicebox.
Oh,
Tina's
you're
dog?
keeping him?
Yeah, he's staying in
Oh,
my apartment
dude,
too.
That's Tina's dog.
Yeah.
No, I know it's Tina's dog. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like,
Yeah, it's not
I
our
didn't know you
parents'
were
house.
keeping him. I thought
Yeah.
you like got a.
No, they're gonna put him down.
No.
That's
No,
sad, man. Don't talk
I
about
would
that.
be in debt if I ever did something like that.
Dude,
I
I
would owe
would-
my girlfriend
That's-
thousands of dollars,
Ooh, that would be bad.
and not to mention the price
I'm
of the
not
euthanasia.
saying you should do it. I'm just saying I don't know what you were expecting. him
No,
to
I was
do.
just saying, like, I didn't know that. I thought he like got a brand new
Oh,
2017
like
dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The latest
No.
model,
The
you
latest
know?
model.
Yeah, no. Yeah, dude, it's from Australia. Australian Shepherd. It's a
Australian Shepherd, dude. I had
like
an Australian.
0.2 horsepower.
I had an Australian Shepherd when I was like a child.
Yeah, that's sick.
What's
though.
funny is like the Australian Shepherd I had was an outside dog. And Juicebox is an inside
dude,
dog.
no, he needs to be an outside dog. like real bad. He just doesn't have any space to do all this shit. My apartment's kind of small.
Yeah.
There's just not much room.
No.
Too much stuff.
He used to do fucking laps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
that's what I'm saying.
definitely
Like,
inside. He's an outdoor
how come,
dog.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to pry, but how come you have the dog then if he such a small space?
Because I pick my battles in my relationship.
I see.
Yeah. And she's going to watch this too. She's going to be like, you don't like having the dog over here? It's not true. I love having the dog. I don't know if the dog loves it, though. That's the only thing in my head.
Yeah. How's Morpheus dealing with it?
They fucking hate each other.
Yeah. You think
it's so funny.
You think they'll
like
eventually
watching
become
Celebrity
friends?
Deathmatch? No, I don't think they'll become friends. I think it's too far gone.
I feel like it would just take a long time until they get used. Morpheus gets used to him because before he used to freak the fuck out, and now he'll like kind of like stand his ground and just kind of like not growl because he's a cat. I don't know what he
yeah.
Like
I get
him, and like he'll hiss at Juice Box and shit. So like, cause that was happening tonight. Cause
he's
right
bitch made, dog.
So
like he just
like,
doesn't know what's going on.
Shit, I don't know about this one, you know.
Yeah, because we've talked about getting another cat, and I'm not fucking down to get another cat. Like she's like, oh, you know,
2 cats will probably get along.
2 cats will get along better than a dog and a cat will, but it's the same thing where like Tina, who is my girlfriend's cat's name, not Forrest's girlfriend. I mean,
so funny.
It's
I love it.
But so we've talked about getting a second cat to like have for Tina, just to like have a friend like while we're gone and doing stuff like that. But I'm not down because I guess because like her family has 4 cats.
Okay.
And I guess that when you get a new cat in your household, you gotta like separate them, and they gotta get like used to each other after a while. You gotta like slowly introduce them and all that kind of stuff, which is I guess like, you know, a common thing amongst other pets. I'm sure with dogs it might be the same way, but I feel like dogs are a little bit more
dogs are I think dogs
less
are
territorial when it comes to that. But
cats are just bitch made.
Dude, cats are just assholes, man.
I don't know
cats
what it is about cats.
Shitty fucking animals.
I love my cat.
I love my cat too. I will say that having a cat is really easy maintenance because you don't have to give them a bath. Nope. You have to take their shit out every couple of days. They go to the bathroom themselves. Yeah,
he just does his own thing. It's nice. It's like me. I just do my own fucking thing. That's why I got along with my cat so well.
Exactly.
Everybody's like, dude, your cat is like the best cat ever.
I love your cat so much.
Shouts out Morpheus.
Shout out to Morpheus. I like him. I like Morpheus because he's a black cat too. Tina's a white cat and she sheds everywhere right now. It's getting hot, so all her fucking shedding is everywhere.
She just has privilege. She's a white cat.
Here we go. We're not gonna get into that.
No.
No.
Fucking. What was I gonna say? But yeah, cats are sick. Cats are dope.
Cats are sick if you
just have to clean the fucking litter box all the time, which is not that bad.
So check this out. So Nicole saw this thing on one of those like, not BuzzFeed,
Home Shopping Network,
something like that.
Like QVC.
She saw one of these ads on Facebook that was there's this like $400-$500 rotating litter box.
Too much money. Not worth it.
No. But listen. So you don't have to scoop the shit and the piss out.
Yeah.
It's basically like this sphere that the cat can go in. It does its thing, and after it's done, there's a sensor, and it fucking rotates around, and just the clumps will fall through this filter. And then the litter will the fresh litter will just stay in.
$500.
Yeah.
Is it have Wi-Fi?
Fucking probably.
I swear to God.
It better be a fucking hotspot.
If it's not taking like body mass index of my cat, telling me his temperature and sending it to my phone on an hourly basis with video camera feed, I'm not spending $500 on a litter box.
Nicole's thinking about getting it.
Nicole, if you're watching this, please don't buy that. I just realized this is definitely in the way of this shot. But all right. Yeah, we're back. I guess let's just start off fresh. This recent attack in Manchester.
Pretty fucked up. 19 confirmed deaths at an Ariana Grande concert.
I think it went up.
Really?
I think it might be 23. You never know with that
kind of stuff.
Like people in the hospital dying and stuff. It's just shitty.
That is a very shitty situation.
Makes me scared because, like, I work in live audio, so, like, that's my job.
Dude.
Is, like, throwing shows like that together.
It's a scary situation in general because there's been so many, like with Dimebag Darrell, some guy, like, shot him on stage and shit like that. You know, there's just a lot of shitty situations where it's out of it's like no one expects it to happen.
The thing happened in France too with Eagles death metal too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It like freaks me out a little bit more, you know, because you would think it would just be some standard form of transportation.
Yeah,
you know, we're used to hearing about like car bombs and fucking planes flying into buildings and fucking all sorts of crazy shit. Right. And you never think that it's going to be, like, targeted towards your employment area. You know?
You never even would think that, like, it would be targeted towards you at all. I feel like it's just like, because, you've been in a band once before.
Yeah, a few
bands before. Mm-hmm. You never would think that, like, you would go on stage and have to worry about something like that because you're not worried about that.
Never. Like, I didn't even think about that type of shit. That was the last thing on my mind.
We just played on Sunday, and like that. Those kinds of things don't come across. At least it doesn't come across my mind at all.
Yeah,
I don't know about if it does with anybody else in the band, but like, obviously, I'm probably going to be a little bit more aware of it now.
It's just shitty.
It's just a crappy situation when you're in a band or if you're an artist or you're a speaker or if you're just
even if you're just at the fucking show.
Yeah,
that's like the worst thing because it's like you came to like have a good time.
You came to have a good time. You paid a bunch of money to go see one of your favorite people in
all these
whatever
little kids. Yeah, that's like the worst part.
Mm-hmm. And that is probably
all these child deaths surrounding this, but like. A big fuck you to ISIS. If you are in charge of that, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
None of us fuck with you. If you plan on doing anything in America, you're going to get fucked because our president is fucked. So just be very weary of where you target next because it might not happen very well.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
I don't fuck with ISIS.
Yeah.
But like I don't really fuck with starting war either. It's just
me either. With this whole fucking
save the energy.
Yeah, straight up.
Planet is too fragile to fuck it up anymore.
Yeah.
And that's like the road.
Speaking of the planet, they're in movie news. Al Gore is doing a sequel to The Inconvenient Truth.
I hope he doesn't fucking Photoshop anything this time around.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this. I saw An Inconvenient Truth when it came out, and it was very informative, and I thought it was a good documentary. Of course, I know there was a lot of flack behind it.
Yeah,
but I'm hoping that this time around, people really fucking wise up.
Yeah,
because to all those people out there who don't believe in climate change. You're fucking up, man.
That's fucking the only problem is that they're not gonna listen to somebody like Al Gore. We need like Ted Nugent to do it or something. Like some crazy fucking redneck. Like because that's the only way you're gonna get across to the mass populace.
That's another thing too, though, is that people aren't gonna believe Al Gore, but I don't think the world's population would also believe like hippies. Also, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying Ted Nugent's a hippie. I know who Ted Nugent is, but like I'm just saying like. People look at like people like Ted Nugent think he's crazy. He's talking out of his ass. So people like
or gun or the other.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Don't kill me, Ted Nugent. I'm sorry. Shout out Ted Nugent.
I respect you, Ted Nugent. We love you. But I feel like there's always going to be people out there who are just not going to believe it anyways. There's just not. You know? And when it sucks the worst when it's the leader of your country.
Yeah.
Leader of your country, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or just part of the government.
Part of the government, yeah.
Because I think that Home Dog is going to get impeached.
Dude,
not that I believe is the best option, but I'm not going to say what I think the best option is.
Yeah, we're not going to.
But it's just.
And the impeachment thing, it's getting there.
Yeah,
I feel like it's creeping up.
It just sucks because then we got Mike.
And you want to know what'll be fucking hilarious? He'll probably think it's so cool that he was the fastest impeachment in the presidential history.
Who did it faster though? Wasn't there somebody who? No, it was a president that died. Like
I think that was.
Was it Grant?
I think so.
I'm sorry to any history teachers that
I didn't really
taught me anything.
History. All I know is
we have Google today, and I'm sorry, it's just on the internet.
Yeah, all I know is that like we might see something pretty historic as far as like the fastest presidential impeachment.
I can see that happening. It just seems like it's going to. This whole
a lot
thing
of
with
people
Russia.
are saying though that like, you know, Mike Pence is not going to be any better. And
I don't think he will be, but at least he's not going to be an idiot all over television. Like that's like one thing. If you can make the image of our country not like Donald Trump's America, I'm kind of for anyone at this point.
Yeah. I don't really know about anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the whole thing I don't like about Mike Pence is his whole like, you know, telling women
electroshot gay therapy.
Well, yeah. I
that
mean,
one's
like,
kind of scary.
I mean, that's one thing.
Shout out to all my gay homies out there, everyone in the LGBT community or LBGT. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. It happens.
LGBTQ.
Whatever.
I believe is what it is.
I fuck with y'all.
Same. But I think my biggest thing is his whole fucking telling women what to do with their fucking bodies.
Yeah, I don't.
That, you know,
I'm not a fan of either. I want to make that point very strong. I don't like either president, or I don't like anyone that's in office. I don't fuck with Paul Ryan. Like, it's just not. But at this point, even too, like, I don't even know which one's better, because one's riddled with fucking fake motherfuckers, and then the other one is just a whole bunch of crazy Bible humpers. Like, I can't like differentiate which one's better. If one can actually give the money that they're taking from taxes to the people, like back in education, or like a better transportation system, because it would be killer if we had better mass public transportation, you know?
It would be.
And like energy saving, like solar panel roads and shit like that. I fuck with that vision, but you actually have to pay for it. You can't fucking pocket that money anymore. We're fucking watching you. I can fucking feel it going on, and I don't like it. Like, I know I'm saying fuck a lot, but like I really don't. Yeah, like I can't hop on board with that type of stuff. It's just, you know,
there's always going to be the argument of like no one is ever going to really do what they say they're going to do. I'm pretty sure Barack Obama has said a lot of things when he was in office that he was going to do that he never got the chance to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
very true.
Because obviously Donald Trump tried to do almost every single solitary thing. He tried doing 100 fucking days and it didn't happen. Look at his travel ban. That shit's done for. The fucking wall. To anyone who thought that Mexico was going to actually pay for this so-called wall to be built, you're fucking stupid.
This is coming from 2 hours away from Mexico.
Yes. Like,
and we're more like actual thinkers.
When the president and former president of Mexico have come forth and have basically just bashed our president, saying all this shit about him, like the current president of Mexico, as soon as Trump got in office, I saw was just like, in a nutshell, wanted to say this but didn't. He pretty much was like, literally just said what I said. Like, if you actually thought we were going to pay for the wall, you're kind of an idiot. Yeah. Well, he's like, we will not be paying for that shit. No fucking way.
And I would like to introduce those and fucking
no sense whatsoever. And for someone to then say, well, the American people is going to pay higher taxes or like something like that to then pay for it, you know, it's absolute bullshit. Because you want to, like, here's what should happen, and then I know it won't happen, but this is just, when something like this goes down, there should be kind of like the census report. You send the American people things like, do you support this? Do you support that? On this bill, you go, do you support the building of the wall to divide us in Mexico? Yes, no. You fucking check a box off.
Yeah.
That way, your shit goes into a system that is like, okay, well, he doesn't support this shit, so he's not going to be paying for it. Oh, but his next door neighbor fucking does, so he will.
Yeah. Well, this is my thing, right? I think that those who live in states like let's say like Wyoming or North Dakota, Virginia, any of those states, if you believe that the wall has anything to do with you, I'd like you to please just put a bullet into your head, because you don't live next to the country of Mexico, and Mexican shit is dank. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, you've got fucking great food, nice people, like from like all over Central America too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just profound how much like Latino people get fucked with. But like, besides that, I would like to introduce all of those people to a thing that you can get at Home Depot. It's called a shovel. And I don't know if you know how a shovel works, but underneath that wall is a thing that we like to call planet Earth. Mm-hmm. Planet Earth is easily destructible by a shovel.
Dude, and that's another argument that is like, dude, there's illegal immigration now, and we got the Border Patrol. There's like, you know, all that shit. Mm-hmm. No matter what no matter what obstacle that there is to stop illegal immigration, it's one way or another going to happen. Sure, the numbers might go down, but it's still going to happen. And
I still think that's the number one concern right now.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like just the division of the American people is
so real.
It's so real. Yeah. There's division. Oh my gosh. It is just it's mind-blowing that we live in such a progressive state. Literally, California is a very liberal state.
Yeah.
But where I work sometimes, dude, the shit that I hear come out of these rich, white, entitled motherfuckers.
You're telling us
I'm just saying. Like,
no, we're telling these people how terrible it is.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, now, granted, I have never heard or seen any like I guess like viral worthy, thing happen right in front of my eyes, but I have seen some shit before.
That's true.
And like, I've seen just like, obviously a lot of people are not, there's people who are very open about their hatred towards other people.
Yes.
And those people can fucking burn in hell. But
yes.
Then there's people who are quiet about it, and those people can also burn in hell.
Yeah.
Who like, they'll, at my work, I've seen it so many times. A black guy will walk in, a Mexican guy will walk in, and a mother and the father with their children will just, kind of like clinch up a little bit. And I see that shit, and I just am thinking, like,
it's fucked up.
What are you going to teach your children? Or is that what you're going to teach your children?
I hope not, honestly. Coming from, like, I have moved around a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I've lived here for about 3 years. It'll be 3 years in a couple months. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
when did we meet? When did you move here?
When did
because I met you in 2014. Is that when you?
Yeah, that's when I moved here.
Wow.
In August.
In August. Yeah. I remember meeting. I met you
probably
right
later
before.
in the year.
I met you right before your band's first show. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that old band that broke up because they kicked me out.
I can't fucking believe it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Good Lord, how fucking time flies. Well, 2.5 years.
Yeah. But it's like 3 years now. It'll be 3 years basically when we're watching this again. Yeah. Honestly. But I was saying like coming from like all over the fucking place. Like I was born in Kentucky and then lived there for like 7 years. Moved to Kansas for 2 years.
Wow.
And then I eventually ended up in fucking Allentown, Pennsylvania, and lived there up until I was like done with high school. Moved to Orlando for college. Moved to Philly after college. Mm-hmm. And when I lived in Philly, like it really kind of opened my eyes up to a whole different world. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like, I mean, like I've been moving around and I'm kind of like immune to like just all that other bullshit, like I've been lucky to like grow up liberal and shit and just have all sorts of different types of friends throughout my life. But just being a minority in like an urban environment, like it really like shows you, you know. But like I was doing all sorts of drugs and shit too, so it's just like stupid junky shit.
And I want to say I have conservative friends. I do have a lot of conservative friends.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not shit talking about what they believe in, because obviously they're, everyone's raised differently. Everyone's got their own values.
It's not the conservative people. It's the racist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, like, need to chill. Like,
that's
fucking step off. A human is a human. It's time we start treating each other with respect. That's it.
And obviously, like, what I was getting at was, like, there are a lot of conservatives out there who do fit those stereotypes that you just said. And there are a lot who do not. We have a couple conservative friends in our friend group, and, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good to have those kinds of discussions sometimes, because you really get to see, like...
You have to open up that side of your brain.
You really do. And I feel like a lot of the times you want to know, like, when it comes to, like, diehard conservatives who are, like... who say, like, the terms like liberal tears and fucking all that bullshit, like, those are the ones that we need to worry about. We as, like,
liberal
youth need to really worry about. We need to, I feel like those are the not kids. Those are the people that need a little bit more of an education on, like, why certain things are the way they are now, and, like, all that kind of stuff. And, like,
I just think everybody needs to be open-minded. That's all it is. And as soon as you become open-minded, you'll like see the actual differences.
And what's funny is those people will say the same thing, like, oh, you just need an open mind. You need an open mind. To us, saying, like, well, like,
for closed-minded bigotry, I don't think that's how an open mind works.
No, I know, but, like, in a way, how they'll think, though. It's like, it's kind of like they think they're the good guys and we're the bad guys. It's like, oh, well, they think this, but they need to really think of that, and I just want to educate them on that shit. But it's on both sides of the spectrum. Obviously, it's kind of like the light side and the dark side.
Minus the skin tone. We're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah,
just in case
now we're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
happy birthday,
Happy
by
birthday,
the way.
40th anniversary of A New Hope. We'll get into that later. But what I mean is, like, Emperor Palpatine thought he was doing the right thing, and the Jedi Order thought he was the bad guy.
Yes.
So it's all in perspective. Obviously, the conservative-minded people who have super diehard anti-this, anti-that beliefs are going to think they're good, and we're going to think they're bad because we are like, well, you're wrong. And that's okay. But if you cannot have a civilized discussion amongst those two polar opposites, like, we're never going to move forward as a country, straight up.
I agree.
And that's why,
Or
as the human race. Absolutely.
That's what we all are, and I think that's forgotten.
It definitely has been forgotten because
a bunch of shit.
With those old mindsets and stuff.
Yeah.
Keeping us from progressing, like, we're never gonna get any better.
No, we're not going to get any better, and that's what's scary.
And that's what's gonna be our downfall.
It is going to be our downfall. It's going to be why this fucking human race goes extinct.
Yeah, deadass.
But on to better topics. Today is May 25th, 2017. We're not exactly sure when this will air once we're done editing and all that stuff. But 40 years ago, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But 40 years ago to the day, May 25th, 1977, one of the single-handedly the greatest films was released, Star Wars: A New Hope.
We really like Star Wars.
I really love Star Wars.
All three of us have Star Wars tattoos.
All three of us have multiple Star Wars
We're
tattoos.
definitely fanboy lifers. That's for sure.
So, did you guys see the Vanity Fair pictures recently?
I saw them posted.
I saw the covers.
I saw the two with
I don't know if there's more than just
there's about like 16, like, not behind the scenes shots, but the covers were one, and then they had pictures of, like, they revealed, like, new cities, character names for some of the new actors.
Awesome.
Benicio del Toro, they revealed his name is DJ.
Okay. I wonder if he spins vinyl. That would be sick.
And then Laura Dern, who is, she plays an admiral. I forgot her name, but she was, you've seen the very first Jurassic Park, right?
Yes.
She was the blonde lady in the first Jurassic Park. Dr. Alan Grant.
Okay, word.
Wait, so
Yeah.
that one cover, is that fucking Captain Phasma? With,
Captain Phasma, yes. She doesn't have her mask on, yes.
Okay.
So
then that gets rid of the theory that she might not have been.
Well, but here's the thing, though, is that, yes, she's
wearing a rebel fucking tag in that picture, too.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that. So,
that was not an Empire cog.
That's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
So on one cover you have Kylo Ren, General Hux, Captain Phasma is unmasked.
Shout out Kylo Ren.
Shout out to Kylo Ren, you my boy.
Shout out Sith Order.
And then on one, I believe, is Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron. And then another one was, I think it was Luke and Leia. Was on
Shout
one.
out BB-8.
Shout out to Carrie Fisher.
Yes, rest in
Rest
peace.
in power, Carrie Fisher. And then the third cover, I can't remember. I think there was only 3. I can't really remember, but I remember seeing. But anyways, they had like a bunch of. They revealed a couple new cities. They revealed.
Did they say that Rey's last name is Kenobi on there?
No.
Because it is. We
You
could
think
talk
so?
about that. Oh, dude, it is. They leaked it.
It's not.
Dude, I swear to God.
Are you talking about?
You should add this out if that is true.
Listen,
No,
I'm
not.
fucking
It's
no.
not.
I'm
It's not.
I
Are
ain't
you
editing
talking about?
shit.
Are you talking about that one from the Star Wars Celebration where it's like blah blah blah, and then it's like circled Rey, Kenobi, and Chris Pratt's like.
No, it's not. That's not the thing with Chris Pratt.
Really?
No, I saw it somewhere else.
I don't.
I don't remember where.
I'm not.
But it makes sense.
Look, here's the thing.
Okay.
I have my speculations of who she is, and if that is confirmed, cool.
What are your speculations?
Well, my speculations is that she's either a Kenobi, or when she touched Luke's lightsaber in The Force Awakens, that's how she got her Force powers.
She has to be a Kenobi. Why else would she hear Obi-Wan's voice when she picked up the lightsaber?
No, that is very true.
She didn't hear Yoda's.
She did.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I might edit that out. I'm sorry. When we saw The Force Awakens, I saw it twice when we first saw it.
Yeah.
And both times I had eaten edibles, so I was just like crying, laughing the whole time BB-8 was just making noise.
I love BB-8.
It was fucking incredible.
So cute.
That movie was really good. And I know a lot of people are hating on it because they're like, oh, it's a reboot. But, I mean, they're different characters, so it's not really a reboot. It's just kind of like a continuation.
It definitely is. It's more of paying respects to the original trilogy,
That's
more
true.
or less. Because there's a lot of
Easter eggs
and references to the original trilogy in just this one movie. Obviously there's going to be similarities with the plans hidden in a droids. By the way, we will be going into a spoiler section for those who have not seen The Force Awakens. So
oh no, if
by now, no. Fuck
no, if
by
if,
now, no. Fuck.
No, listen.
We will put a time distinction in our
no.
description.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, fine.
All right.
Like 2
It's
years, right?
been if you
A
you
year
haven't
and a half.
no
It's been
listen
a year and a half if you haven't seen it. And
you don't
fucking
care.
up.
No, if
That's
you
true. All right,
if-
fair. All right,
if-
fine.
if you haven't seen it, you don't care enough for the
Yeah,
spoilers.
yeah.
Like
True,
honestly,
true.
because
Okay,
you can
fair.
watch it. Like I've seen it on YouTube.
You've had you've had more than
You've
enough
had
time
more than
to
enough
just
time.
watch
I'm
it.
just saying.
I'll
Not
even
even,
throw
like-
out them Rogue One
just
fucking
throwing
spoilers.
it on in the
Right.
background or some shit, like not even paying attention. You've
The Last
had
Jedi
enough
comes
time
out
to
this
just do
December.
that.
I'm gonna go see it with all of my friends, like we always do.
Yes,
And it's gonna be great.
The minute the tickets go on sale, I'm gonna do what we did for Rogue One. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
yeah.
go.
That was some clutch shit too.
Whew, that was so dope.
We did. I spent a lot of money on those tickets, but it was worth it.
Same.
I was like,
Way
dude,
worth
I'm
it,
trying
though.
to
Way
see this
worth it.
movie with like fucking 10 homies deep.
Oh,
You
it
know,
was so dope. But what were we talking about with
Star Wars.
With Force Awakens though? Oh no, yeah. I mean,
Rey
obviously,
Kenobi.
Yeah, Rey Kenobi.
Yeah.
Finn Calrissian.
Actually, no, it's not.
Windu.
Finn Windu.
Yeah,
Nah, come
which is if that's true, I heard that as like a serious rumor. That's like he's like a descendant of Mace Windu, which
A
is
descendant?
fucking.
Alright,
It just doesn't make
fine.
any sense to me. There has to be more than 2 black people in the further galaxy. Like it just like come on, like just
He
make
was
a
taken
new
from
character.
a family he never knew.
It just
Could
make a new
happen.
character. Like it doesn't have to be like this
No.
small knit group of people.
And that's
Like,
what I'm saying though. Like I also wouldn't be shocked if Rey wasn't related to anybody.
she has to be. It's the Skywalker trilogy, dude. She has to be
Well,
related to
technically, Kylo
somebody.
Ren is a Skywalker.
I know, but like she has to be a Kenobi.
Could be a possibility. She could be a lot of things.
She might be Count Dooku's great granddaughter.
she could be
She
fucking
could be Yoda's.
Yoda, she's
human,
not green.
fucking human offspring. Yeah, totally.
Dude, she
Yo,
has to be-
shout out
that's
Yoda.
just as good as an argument.
Shout out Yoda if he ever fucked like Terran like body type people, cause like he's small.
But if she is a Kenobi, that'd be really cool. If she's a Skywalker, that'd be pretty cool. If they threw.
I think that she's a Kenobi. Actually, I think I know.
If they're gonna fucking have her any of the new characters be connected to the old characters, it should just be Rey. Like how you were saying with the whole Finn thing being a new character and stuff.
Yeah, because Poe's new.
You don't want to be I don't know, not to sound like a fucking hipster ass fucking Star Wars fan, but I don't think that they should I think it would almost be too cheesy if they're
it absolutely it absolutely is too cheesy because that's what
I agree.
All right, there's already Kylo Ren who's the fucking grandson or no the fucking son of fucking
Han Solo,
yeah, and Princess Leia, who's connected to the Skywalker family, and shit. So if Rey's connected to the Kenobi family, it's all right, that's it, and then
that's it.
The fucking feud between the Kenobi and Skywalker, just how it was in the first 3 and shit, and that would be tight.
Because if you have too much of a plot twist being related to people, I feel it's just gonna be all they're gonna do is make those movies just for shock value. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
there's
true.
really no point in doing that.
I agree.
And so but
it's not like fucking C-3PO fuck BB-8 or R2-D2.
Yeah, they shouldn't rely on that. The nostalgia factor is always going to be there regardless of the fact.
Well, yeah, they're making a fucking theme park.
Yeah. Yes, they are. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Sorry, Harry Potter, move the fuck over.
You get to fly the fucking Millennium Falcon, my ninja.
I'd rather do Star Destroyer.
But that's what...
I think that they should have an X-Wing TIE Fighter battle thing.
Ooh, that'd be fucking sweet.
TIE Interceptor.
TIE Interceptor would be sweet.
Any of the variants of TIE.
But I think I really feel in episodes 8 and 9 they're gonna really focus more on the continuing story and not always go back to shit now, because they kind of have to. They already did that. The Force Awakens was the first Star Wars movie to come out in 10 years, so obviously. And obviously it's episode 7, so it's after Return of the Jedi. There's obviously going to be nods to it. I think now, with the new directors, Rian Johnson and Colin Trevorrow, they're going to be okay, JJ fucking overloaded the nostalgia in The Force Awakens. We're not going to do that in The Last Jedi in episode 9. So
I don't think that they will.
I feel 7 was good because all right, it throws you right into all the new shit and stuff. So now it's time for it to just continue.
Yeah. I feel now it's just we're just going to keep continuing on. And I think it's going to make for an interesting sequel trilogy. 8 and 9 are going to be just ridiculous. I feel The Last Jedi is going to be The Empire Strikes Back for this one. It's going to just be the best one out of all the next. I obviously don't know that because who the fuck knows? No, we know nothing about episode 9.
Yeah, because Attack of the Clones is not that.
No. The prequel trilogy, the best movie out of that was probably Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Definitely was Revenge of the Sith.
I agree. Star Wars.
I mean, the Phantom.
I
love the Phantom Menace though. The Phantom Menace is my favorite Star Wars movie of all.
Really?
Yeah.
Of all of them.
Out of all of them, I have my reasonings for it, and it might sound stupid, but it's the one I've seen the most times, and because I feel bro, Darth Maul, come on.
Yeah,
Darth Maul is the only.
He was the same. If it wasn't Darth Maul and it was Count Dooku in the Phantom Menace, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Probably wouldn't have liked it as much either.
Yeah.
I know that and obviously.
I was 4 or 5 years old when that movie came out, and I saw him with a double blade lightsaber doing the fucking.
Damn.
Blew my mind.
I was whoa.
And that ending lightsaber battle with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan.
I was
oh my gosh.
I can hear the AC going off.
And not to mention, how lame the pod racing scene was. It also was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
we should turn that off. Can you turn off the AC?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool. I think that the one that I've seen the most is definitely Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen the least, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it'll shut off. Give it a minute.
All right, word.
That's the one I've seen probably Yeah, I think that's what I've seen the most too, because I don't know.
Because it's the best one.
I'm watching the most with Griffin and shit, and that's
the
one he's always down.
He's always down to watch that one.
Yeah.
I just what's funny to me was what was the first Star Wars movie you guys saw?
Ever?
Ever?
I can't remember because
I think that
is my uncle fucking showing them to me on the like OG VHSs, like when I was growing up, like literally like as far back as I can possibly remember. Where it's like I don't even know how young I was.
I was really young, man. I had to have been like a toddler. I had to have been like 2 or 3 because my dad caught me watching it. Yeah, my dad fucking saw me watching it on TV, and I think it was like Return of the Jedi, and he turned it off.
Are you serious?
Yes, and then he put in A New Hope.
Oh, so he was like, oh, no, don't watch this one yet.
Shout out to my fucking dad. You're the greatest person on the planet.
The right way.
Yeah, but like I watched that, and like I was hooked, dude. Like I was Luke Skywalker for fucking Halloween when I was like a child, you know.
Oh yeah.
And the movie had already been out for fucking like
probably 20 plus years.
Yeah, like 20 years, you know. And
or maybe not even because the 20th anniversary was in 1997 when they did the special editions.
Yeah, I was 7 in 97.
Okay.
So it had to have been like
almost creeping up on it.
Yeah, like somewhere around there. Yeah. Regardless. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That fucking it's just a great cinematic experience. The technology behind it, George Lucas with THX. There's all sorts of like really cool audio shit too. John Williams is phenomenal.
Great composer.
Writing score, like incredible. Because that shit, like, it gave me goosebumps. There was
absolutely.
My first tattoo was Darth Vader. Well, no, it was upside down cross, but that doesn't really count. That shit was when I was fucking young blood. I was like fucking 15. It was like one of those electric toothbrush guitar string type deals. Yeah.
First Star Wars movie I saw was Return of the Jedi. I remember I was probably in first or second grade. I was at my neighbor's house, and back in the 90s, you would call your friends' houses to ask to hang out.
Oh yeah.
You would call their landline.
Oh yeah.
You'd call the fucking landline.
I'll probably never have a landline again, except for maybe like an office landline, but still, regardless.
And then, so I go over to his house one day, and he's in his living room on the big screen TV he has on Return of the Jedi. He just started watching it, and I was like, "What are you watching, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, this is a film called Return of the Jedi. It's really cool. You should watch it." And obviously, when you're that young, you don't know, like, oh, you should probably watch the first 2 before this one. I had no idea there were 2 before it.
Yeah.
So when I went home that day, I told my dad, Mom, oh my God, I watched the greatest movie ever. And I told him it was Return of the Jedi. My dad took me to Hollywood Video or Blockbuster that same day.
Rest in peace to both of those. Also.
Oh yeah, straight up. Fucking, I miss Blockbuster
those were the
so
days.
much, man. I miss it so much. But anyways, he took me to one of those stores, and we rented both A New Hope, which was just called Star Wars back then.
Yep.
And then also The Empire Strikes Back. And unfortunately, there was no shock value when I found out Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father, which really sucks. Because I remember I asked my dad one day, I was after watching one of those movies, I was like, Dad, when you went to the theaters to go see The Empire Strikes Back, like, what was it like finding out Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father? Was the whole theater in shock? He was like, oh yeah. Everyone was like gasping and freaking out and shit.
I asked my dad the same thing, and he said that he wasn't surprised at all because Vader means father in German. So he kind of like made that distinction pretty quickly.
You learn something new every day. I did not know that.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, my dad, shout out to him again, because like he used to work for like NATO and shit. So like they've been like traveling all across the world. But he told me that he's like, because I asked him too. I was like, hey, when you were in theaters and like you were watching it, did that like surprise you? And he's like, no, there's a lot of underlying shit for it. I wasn't that shocked, but it still made for a pretty good paradox.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
And the reason why in the original trilogy, my favorite film is Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I'm going to say Return of the Jedi.
Other than Phantom Menace?
Well, you know, if we're breaking it down into the
half and half
trilogies, if we're breaking it down to separate trilogies as a separate thing.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi in the original trilogy. 4, 5,
Shout out
6.
Ewoks, yeah.
Shout out to the Ewoks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just feel like the reason why it was just because that was the one that had like the gnarliest like Starfleet fights, like just with the TIE fighters and but see, that's the thing too. In A New Hope, the fucking first Death Star run was
gnarly.
Wild.
That was bonkers.
The first time I saw that shit, when I was like, like I said, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
I couldn't process it.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, dude, these ships are flying around. The Millennium Falcon blew my mind. It was all just like a huge mind fuck to me, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I love Star Wars. Star Wars is...
It's going to be great. I really want to go to Celebration one year, or like, a Comic-Con to go like for the panels and stuff.
Something. It would be nice.
It would be nice. My friend just
I would like to meet Mark Hamill and shake his hand.
Oh my god.
His good hand, not the
his
one that
good
got
hand.
cut off. Yeah.
You know what's funny is like Mark Hamill is like the weirdest dude, but he is like the coolest dude ever. Like
That's fine.
Remember
he's got to be nicer than fucking what's his face?
Who?
The Harrison Ford.
Yeah. I mean, like from what I've seen, yeah, he seems like a bit of a nicer guy.
He wouldn't break my Legos. That's all I know.
But oh yeah, that fucking thing on Jimmy Kimmel. That's right. But no, Mark Hamill, dude, that guy's fucking talented as shit, man. Like I didn't realize like how
prestige voice actor.
Dude, that's what I was about to say. I did not know he was a profound like voiceover actor. Mm-hmm. Like I did not know up until like probably like 3 years ago or maybe like 2 years ago that he was the Joker in the Batman animated series. I had no idea.
Well, I wish I could name off a bunch of different ones, but I know that he's been all over the place on like Cartoon Network, WB Kids, that type of shit.
Absolutely. But like I remember watching the live feeds from 2015 Star Wars Celebration right before The Force Awakens came out, and he did this monologue from one of the Batman episodes, because this kid's like, I know you're here for Star Wars, and I'm a huge fan of Luke Skywalker, but I'm also a huge fan of the Joker. Can you please recite your favorite line from one of the movies or episodes from the Batman animated series? And he said it.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I did not know. I was like, holy shit, he's the fucking Joker. So if anybody asks, who's your favorite Joker? Fucking
Mark Hamill.
Even though
Heath Ledger,
R.I.P. in live action is the best Joker.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack Nicholson. But
yeah, I mean,
Heath kind of took the cake on that one.
I hope that dude from 30 Seconds to Mars like offs himself too.
All right, can I ask what your beef with Jared Leto is?
All right, my beef with Jared Leto begins with American Psycho, right?
Okay.
And you've seen that movie, right?
I have seen that movie.
Okay.
It's a great
movie. Well, you know that Jared Leto is in that movie.
Oh, okay.
He plays that like prestigious ass fucking dude.
That's right. Okay, I had to put the face to it together.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Well, let's just say that Batman killed the Joker way before The Dark Knight.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I
like,
see what you're saying.
Cause he chopped that fool up with an axe, and that was lit. So like since then, I'm like, I don't really like Jared Leto. And like Requiem for a Dream is another reason too. Like
that movie was fucking trippy.
Like he makes like a whole bunch of people look shitty, you know, and it's just not. I'm just not with it.
All right,
like,
what about his musical career? So you don't fuck with his?
I don't like 30 Seconds to Mars. No.
Yeah, I listen to them. I think their music's all right. You know, it's not the greatest shit in the world, but I can see why people hate on it.
There's not enough blast beats.
Not enough.
If you're playing music with like instruments and shit, it's gotta be heavy.
Speaking of heavy, let's talk about this year's Warped Tour lineup.
I'm down.
That's one thing we wanted to talk about with you guys.
Do you have it open on your phone?
I have it open on my phone already.
Let me grab mine real quick.
So, do we want to do it by stage or by alphabetical order?
Let's do it by stage.
All right, I got it pulled up here right now. So on the Journey's Left Foot stage, we got Attila, Bowling for Soup, CKY, Futuristic, Hawthorne Heights, I Prevail, Jewel Vera, don't know who she is, Never Shout Never, New Year's Day, Sammy Adams, and Watsky.
All right, who would you not miss?
Who would I not miss?
Yeah, who are you definitely seeing on that stage?
A toss-up between Bowling for Soup or Hawthorne Heights.
All right, mine's CKY.
I would love to see CKY.
I'm not missing CKY.
I only say I The only reason why I would see CKY, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of them because I'm not really like that much of a fan. But they had that one song on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
96 Quite Bitter Beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love to see that song live. That's it. But I've been a fan of Bowling for Soup and Hawthorne Heights ever since they first like hit the stage.
I like claim Philly. Like I claim Pennsylvania. That's my shit.
Oh, of
so
course.
like
and they're
CKY,
from there, right?
like
Yeah,
I
of
have
course.
to like, you know.
Every time I think of CKY, I just associate them with Bam Margera.
Some bands that I would not see on this stage.
I would see Attila only because a buddy on tour I met, Kalen. Shout out to
Kalen's
Kalen.
cool. Yeah,
Kalen's
I
cool
met him
dude.
once too.
Yeah,
they're good friends with my friends too. So they've been nice to me.
So and he's always been a really cool dude. You know, he's not one of those guys that cool guys you when he sees you at the venue. He'll say hi to you if he remembers you. He's a really
nice
cool guy.
Bands that I would not see.
He also loves Wiener Dogs as much as I do.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh.
Shout out Dotsons.
Shout out to Dogsons. Absolutely.
I would not see New Year's Day.
I would not either. My fucking ex-girlfriend likes that band and fuck them.
My girlfriend's gonna get mad at me for saying this. I would not see Never Shout Never.
Oh yeah, they just played the other day. I never really got them. I don't really care for Christopher Drew that much.
Yeah, or whatever. Let's move over to Right Foot.
Right Foot.
Right, we got American Authors, Andy Black, Beartooth, Dance Gavin Dance, Falling in Reverse, Goldfinger, Hands Like Houses, Memphis Mayfire, Neck Deep, Our Last Night, Save Ferris, and Streetlight Manifesto. Who would you not miss?
Who would I
would
need?
watch Save Ferris in hopes that they play the cover of is it Come On Eileen? Don't they
I
cover
think
that
it's
song?
them. Yeah, that does.
Yeah.
For me, I would not want to miss Goldfinger. I fucking love Goldfinger.
Yeah,
They
I
just
would see
put out
Goldfinger.
Dude, did you know that Goldfinger got picked up by Rise Records?
That sucks.
Yo, no.
I'm sorry. I'm not a Rise Records fan, so I'm just not.
I, as of recently, am because they're picking up a lot of legacy acts such as Goldfinger. They also picked up 18 Visions, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, I definitely would not want to miss Goldfinger. They actually just announced they're going to be putting out a new album, and they just released a new single, which is fucking great.
Once again, shout out Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for showing me who Goldfinger
Absolutely,
is.
I never would have found out who Goldfinger was if it wasn't for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Because that was like the best song on that.
Dude, I
would shred.
Dude, if it wasn't for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I wouldn't have found out who they were, who the Vandals were, Suicidal Tendencies.
Bunch of people. Atmosphere. There's the list is
Zebrahead,
big.
Power Man 5000 was another one.
Yeah. They had a good Alien Ant Farm song.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah. Shout out Alien Ant Farm, Fullerton shit.
Fuck yeah.
Bands that I would see.
On this stage, I would see Beartooth. I would see Goldfinger. I would see Neck Deep.
I'd see Dance Gavin Dance.
I've never really got
Dance Gavin Dance and Goldfinger. Those are my two.
I never really got into Dance Gavin Dance. I tried.
Dance Gavin Dance.
Shut up.
I would not see Falling in Reverse.
I would fucking not see. Sorry.
No to Memphis Mayfire.
Nah,
no to Our Last Night. A big no to Streetlight Manifesto. I'm sorry to anyone who enjoys music with trumpets.
They only played Elephants and then the cover of Radioactive.
I never. I've seen Our Last Night perform. I saw them play at the New England Metal Hardcore Fest in 2011, and they were pretty decent.
Shout out 2011.
Shout out 2011. That was a great year. That was the year I also saw Vanna at New England Metal Hardcore. Dude, they fucking killed it. Dude,
Didn't you play that year?
I did play that year.
Nice,
yes,
dude.
Thank you.
Well, is it the Great Commission, right?
It was with
Shout out Great
Shout
Commission.
out to the Great Commission. Justin and Angela, miss you guys. But that was the year Attack headlined the first day, and Vanna was direct support for them, and it emptied the fuck out after Vanna.
Oh wow!
I mean, it was bleak.
Vanna, Boston
Straight
hardcore,
up, dude.
Shout out. Vanna just actually broke up.
Yes, they did. Wow.
Or they're about
to. Is it really a breakup?
Yeah.
They're not just going on a hiatus.
No, I think they're done.
Okay.
But they've been a band for a long time, dude. I was listening. I started listening to them when I was in high school, like when they released that EP and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah.
Like back before anybody really knew who they were. But that's like East Coast.
Yeah.
Like that's how it works. All right, Mutant North, right?
We got Being as an Ocean, Bless the Fall, Candiria, okay, Counterparts, Fit for a King, Hatebreed, fuck, Silent Planet, Stick to Your Guns, Siler. There's your homeboys right there for us.
Bands that I would see.
Shit, that is. That sucks because I would definitely watch Counterparts. I've never seen Counterparts. I've never seen Counterparts, so I definitely watch them. I definitely would watch Hatebreed because I've never seen them.
I got 2 groups of friends on this stage, so
Silent Planet because Garrett's the homie. Stick to Your Guns because that's Orange County fucking hardcore to the best. Siler, I would watch them just because they are very heavy.
They put on an incredible live show. Shout out Siler.
Show. Same with.
If any of y'all are watching this, I got mad love for you. I would see fucking Hatebreed for sure at Vans Warped Tour.
Are you kidding me?
Honestly, that's the whole reason why we're talking about this right now, because this lineup has some actually good shit on it.
This is a lineup probably a lot of veteran showgoers
old heads are kind of into.
But the reason why also they're doing this is because they're not doing the Mayhem Festival anymore as well. They shut it down after last year because the numbers were so low. And plus,
that makes sense.
Plus, Kevin Lyman, who is the he's
dude
the
runs
guy,
it, yeah.
The guy who runs Warped Tour also ran the Mayhem Festival.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like they're getting the best of both worlds into that, which is why like there's all those metal bands this year like Hatebreed.
Yeah.
Next stage over, we got the Mutant
King.
South, we got the Acacia Strain, After the Burial, Carnifex, Emmure, Gwar, 100th, Silverstein, Sworn In, and Too Close to Touch.
I'm not missing Gwar.
I've seen Gwar already, so I could miss them. I saw them before their vocalist died.
I would love to see After the Burial just because
Dude, they're always a good time.
I wanna see what they sound like now.
They sound fucking incredible. I just saw them at the Glass House with Emmure, Fit for King, and Van Animate, and Fit for an Autopsy.
Yeah. Because do they have someone filling in for Justin?
No, they're not. No, they're just 4-piece. They just
rest in peace, Justin.
Rest in peace, Justin Lowe. They are just doing the DI signal for him.
Well, that's pretty cool though. Still, if they're not having somebody fill in for them.
No, they're not doing that. I feel like with a band like that, you really can't replace him.
I've played with Carnifex back in the day, but I'm missing that shit. I would go see After the Burial. I might see Acacia Strain. Skipping Emmure. Gwar is definite. I'm gonna skip out 100th just because other shit. Silverstein is one that Tina would drag me to.
I would watch Silverstein. I love
definitely skip out on Sworn In. Yeah. And I've never listened to Too Close to Touch, so that's just my fucking 2 cents though.
I would probably watch the Acacia Strain only if they played Whoa Shut It Down from front to back. Or no, I'm sorry, the Dead Walk.
Dead Walk. Dude, if
definitely would see After the Burial. Definitely would see Carnifex. I just saw Emmure. I know, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Emmure, when they played with that After the Burial tour that last time, they fucking smashed that shit, dude.
I'm just not a fan.
I'm not that much of a fan of the.
Although, like, either. I think like half the band now is Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
It's Glass Cloud. It's just Glass Cloud. It's just Glass Cloud with Frankie. But dude.
Kick Frankie out of that set. I would love to see Glass Cloud.
Yeah, I've seen them before. They were so
yeah, they're wild. I saw them with Silverstein issues like Monster Flames and Glass Cloud Open, and then I forgot who the other band was, but they were pretty fucking wild, dude. Also on that stage, I would not want to watch Gwar just because like I don't really know their music, but I saw them once before with Whitechapel at the Observatory, and that shit was fucking crazy. I would not watch 100th because I've seen them 1.5 billion times. I would watch Silverstein because I'm a huge fan of Shane Told, their vocalist. I love his podcast. I love who he is.
I have to listen to that.
It's a great one. If you're into the current music underground scene, like with punk and hardcore,
with
pop,
instruments.
And what?
With instruments.
With real instruments, yes, you will definitely like his podcast because he just talks to like a lot of the Warped Tour kids and all that kind of stuff. Cool. Sworn In, I would not really want to see. I've seen them a million times before. Too Close to Touch, they're all right. Skull Candy stage, we got Ailstorm, Bad Seed Rising, Barbed Wire Dolls, Big D and the Kids Table. I would see them for sure. I love that band. William Control, Lakeshore. Lakeshore, fun fact, is 2 of the old members of Emmure, the drummer, the old drummer, and the guitarist, the Leonetti brothers. That's their new band. It's like a pop punk-ish kind of band. It's pretty good. Microwave, Plain White Tees. Oh shit! Probably would go see them. Street Dogs, Stacked Like Pancakes, Sonic Boom 6. All right. Twilight Creeps, War on Women, and The White Noise.
I'm skipping this stage
probably
completely.
Would skip that stage, but I'd probably see those 2 bands if I had the chance.
I would skip that stage entirely.
Hard Rock stage, Take it away.
Yeah, we got Adolescence, The Alarm, Alvarez Kings, Anti-Flag.
I would see Anti-Flag.
The Ataris, Bad Cop, The Dickies, Dollskin, Fire from the Gods, Municipal Waste, Sick of It All, Strung Out, Suicide Machines, TSOL, and Valiant Thor.
All right, the Suicide Machines. Now that's a fucking band I've been following since Brink.
That's true. They were on
1998.
Brink,
right? They were in the opening credits.
Shout out Team X Blades. The two bands that I would definitely see on this stage, definitely Municipal Waste and also Sick of It All.
I would see Anti-Flag, the Ataris.
Uh-huh.
I would see the Suicide Machines, and I'd probably catch Sick of It All set.
Yeah.
Never really got into
I just
Municipal
feel like
Waste.
the fact that Thrash is at Warped Tour this year is fucking
so dope.
Tight.
I think it's pretty
I'm
cool.
Stoked for
Even
that.
though I'm not I don't really listen to a lot of thrash bands.
Dude, Municipal Waste is a good start. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredible.
I will have to check them out. Full Sail University, which
shout out Full Sail. I went to school there.
Nice, really?
Yeah, dude.
Dang.
Yeah. Fucking
Full Sail
wild.
stage. I've seen the lineup before this. They have really, really good talent, which I'm surprised they even have that as a small stage now. So we got Assuming We Survive, Bad Omens, Boston Manor, Carousel Kings, Courage My Love, Creeper, Dead Girls Academy, The Dukes, Eternal Boy, The Fantastic Plastics, Farewell Winters, Fiki?
Yeah, I think that he's a DJ.
The
or a
Gospel
rapper.
Youth, we got Knocked Loose, Montage, Homies and Movements, My Heart Might Explode, Naked Walrus, One Last Shot, Playboy, Man Baby, Sarah and the Safe Word, Separations, Shattered Sun, Tilly, Trophy Eyes, and The Waves. Now, for those of you who are like, that's a lot of fucking bands to fit on one stage, a lot of those bands are playing
Specific dates. Yeah.
They don't say which ones are which, but our homies in the band Movements are on the whole thing, so make sure to catch them whenever you do. Same with
if you guys like pop punk,
if you guys
/ emo revival,
if you guys are fans of like
Title Fight
and Citizen, you definitely should catch them.
If you haven't heard of Movements yet, which is crazy if you haven't,
because they've blown up pretty big. Bands I'd see on the stage, obviously Movements would be one of them. I would check out Knocked Loose.
Yes.
I'm not really.
Me neither.
Not really. I haven't really checked them out.
But it's on Warped Tour.
But I would check them out. I definitely would also.
They're heavy.
Yes, I've heard they're heavy.
They're
I
heavy.
would definitely catch Carousel Kings because I really like easy core pop punk stuff.
And Trophy Eyes.
Trophy Eyes is pretty good too. I saw them with hundreds.
So I would see
stuff.
Trophy Eyes. I would go see. I would check out Knocked Loose's set too, just because
to
I
see
know
what
that
they're all about.
That's definitely heavy.
I listened to this podcast called 100 Words or Less, and their vocalist was their last episode.
Oh, word.
Talking about
And of course, I'd see Movements too.
Yes, absolutely.
Support your friends.
So that sounds like a good time. I'm thinking about going. I don't know though.
I hope that I get a pass. Yeah. I'm not trying to pay. Yeah.
You're not trying to pay. Got it.
But if I have to, and there are a lot of people going, I'll definitely go.
Where I would like
first Warped Tour in like fucking 10 years, dude. I haven't been to Warped Tour in so long.
Yeah, the last Warped Tour I went to was 2014. And that was.
Dude. It has been a very long time since I've been to Warped Tour.
It just sucks because a lot of the venues that Warped Tour goes to now have fallen off. Like the last Warped Tour I went to was in Ventura, and that was like the best because it was.
Well, you saw Linkin Park.
Yeah, well, aside from that, yes, but aside from that, the venue was just the best. It was literally like what? Oh, it was literally like not even a half a mile away from the beach. Like you literally go outside of the venue's gates, and there's a parking lot, and then there's the fucking sand, and then then like probably like 50 more feet, and there's the fucking water. So the weather was just superb. It was probably like 71 degrees, dude. It was so beautiful. Breeze the entire time. It was so great, dude. Because Ventura is a fucking 2.5 hour drive away.
Dang, really?
Yeah. Luckily,
the first one I ever went to was the San Diego one in Chula.
Yeah, I went to Chula Vista my second time. I went to the 2008 Warped Tour was the first year I went to. I went to Pomona and then Chula Vista. Pomona was the worst fucking day of my life. I will never go back to a Pomona Warped Tour. It's so fucking hot. It's in the middle of the Fairplex.
Oh, yeah, I fucking
which
hate
is a
the
racehorse.
Racetrack.
Yeah.
Dude, beginning and end of the day, walking through all that fucking dust when everyone's coming in and leaving is the worst.
I remember just...
The worst.
I legitimately walked through Warped Tour that year in just my boxers and my shoes. No bullshit.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, it was so shot.
I can't do that
and
shit.
Dude, there was like barely any, like anywhere you could sit that had shade. Like, and there would just be fucking hordes of people in there, dude. And it was terrible. They had like a makeshift fucking water slide and people were doing that shit.
Yikes, dude.
And I just remember like 2008 was a good year for Warped Tour. But when we got there, a lot of the bands that like I really wanted to see had already played. Like I missed As I Lay Dying by like 30 seconds.
Damn.
I heard their last breakdown of Confined, and they ended. And then same with Story of the Year. I walked past Story of the Year to go watch Stick to Your Guns. By far, no offense to Stick to Your Guns because I love you guys so much, but I should have watched Story of the Year. Should have watched them because I fucking love Story of the Year.
Dude,
and they're a band I've never seen before.
These kids from back where I'm from went on tour with them.
Oh, that's so fucking sick.
Like kind of recently too.
So lucky.
It might have been like a couple of years ago.
That's so dope.
The band broke up too. So
Who
good job, you guys. I think they were I Am King at the time.
Oh, I Am King, dude. I saw them play with fucking Set Size for South, dude.
Yeah, I had some friends in that band.
Wasn't that with?
That was with what?
Is that with
Night Versus and My Ticket Home headline?
Yeah, that
Jason
sounds right.
Butler did guest vocals for I Am King, and that was
no.
I'm sorry, Night Versus, and that was ridiculous.
Dude, he was like the last person I was expecting to just show up.
But apparently, him and the guys in Night Versus are like super close friends.
That's tight.
I guess like him and the drummer are super dope friends.
Shout out to Friends.
Shout out to Friends.
Yeah, dude. I think we're clocking in at about an hour and a half right now.
That's so sick. This is going to be a long format podcast. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I love long format.
I'm down. I hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, obviously there's going to be some editing processes in this. There has to be. Shout out to Joe Rogan for being the inspiration behind this.
And No Jumper. Shout out No Jumper.
Before we clock out for the night, let's talk about new music that we've checked out. Have you guys checked out anything new?
I got one because I'm not at the fucking album release show right now, but Underachievers fucking put out a new album called Renaissance, and it's great. And
we're like moving into the
I'm not fucking there because they are
the hip hop section of this podcast.
Word.
And more so even like outside music, but just like as like fucking life influences and shit. So I'm very bummed that I'm not there. Not that I'm not enjoying my time here with you guys, but I'd rather be there.
Of course.
New music. There's a new A$AP Rocky song that I've been listening to a lot called Raf. There's Kendrick Lamar recently did a verse on Future's Mask Off.
Did you hear
which is insane.
Academics and Joe Budden talk about it, that how people are saying that he ruined.
Yeah, well, those people that are saying that he ruined it are not in it. Like, it's just nowhere near it.
He didn't ruin it just because he like
is
more
woke.
than 4 words on each bar. But I like how like fucking like I don't know why you can't have both because like fucking if you're not familiar with Mask Off. It's a very simple song about Future where it's like it's
just turn up music.
One of the most lyrical songs. It's more one of those like it's just like a hype song. Like it's like
it's like it's.
But Kendrick spit a verse on it for the remix, and obviously Kendrick is more of like about the bars and shit.
Yeah, of course.
So like he goes off on it, and I guess because of that, people have been saying that he ruined the song. But it's like it gives you a little bit of both. That's why I like it.
Also, if we want to like dive into it, what are some bands that you have like kind of rediscovered in the past like couple of weeks, months, years that are like,
I've been listening to a lot of black metal recently. Like atmospheric type black metal.
Yeah.
Just because like how much Deaf Heaven has blown up. Like I've been getting really like back into like Wolves in the Throne Room, and like I started listening to Xasthur again the other day. Like just a bunch of random black metal.
Mm.
One band that I want to shout out is Greyhaven, because I saw them at a show with Modern Color at Program.
Shout out to Modern Color.
Yeah, big shout out to Modern Color.
Modern Color also, because they're like one of the few like bands out
real
here
good.
Yeah, they're on tour right now. They just played in like Colorado tonight.
I think they're in like
Salt Lake City now. Is on that run with them.
Yeah.
And fucking, I was just not expecting like what they sounded like and shit. Like I don't know, when they played, I was just not expecting it, and I was about it, and they were sick, and like I really dig them.
Fuck
and,
yeah!
Like,
I'll have to check. Yeah, dude, I'd be so down. But
like, there's something different, for like compared to the other bands that we play with and that we see around here. That's more in our genre of like bands and shit.
For sure. Well, in my
shout out
to Modern.
What about you? What have you been listening to recently?
Recently, actually, is a lot of stand-up comedy.
Okay,
dude,
I need to watch that new special from that dude who did the Correspondence Dinner.
Oh,
I forget his name.
Yeah, I know.
Brown guy.
About.
I don't know.
I
his
know
name,
you're talking about. I know you're talking about. That
he's
dude's
fucking hilarious. Like, but, so funny.
I didn't necessarily discover him. I heard him a couple months ago, and he was on Pandora. His name is Mark Normand. That dude's fucking hilarious. I'm just gonna say he opens for Amy Schumer.
Okay.
Don't let that be a deterrent to not check him out.
Okay, because it was. Yeah. But I'm gonna check it out because it's
should.
not. No, I will, because it's not Amy Schumer.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna obviously listen to it.
So I discovered him about a couple months ago. He was just on Pandora, and his act is fucking so funny. He has 2 albums out. He has one from like 3 years ago, and he just released one probably a couple of weeks ago.
Any visuals, or is it just albums?
He's on YouTube.
Okay.
He doesn't have like a film special like on Netflix or anything. He probably will get one soon. But I've also in that world, that would be probably that. And then in music, lately I've been listening to the new Incendiary record. That is.
Oh yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, the new Power Trip record.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
New
Incendiary record's very, very good. It's called 1,000 Mile Stare. For those of you who want to go and check that out.
2-Step in Your Bedroom.
2-Step in Your Bedroom. Today, a band that I was revisiting, out of randomness, was the band Sleeping Giant. Today I posted some of their song lyrics.
Yeah.
I was just on my Spotify, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to something I haven't listened to.
Shout out Christcore.
Shout out to the Inland Empire for always creating such good heavy music.
That band's from IE?
Yes, for the most part. Most of that band,
I have no idea.
When its inception, when they first joined, or when they first came around, it was ex-members of the band Death Star, which was
I remember Death Star.
Yeah, so it's like
some straight edge shit.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure who the members were in the OG days, but in Sleeping Giant, it was the vocalist. His name is Eric, played guitar. Tommy Green, who is also one of the ex-vocalists of Death Star, is the vocalist for Sleeping Giant, and then like random other dudes from the IE hardcore scene just did it. But dude, back in I listened to their first record in from 2006 or 2007. And I just forgot just how brutal it is. I just forgot. And they have a song called "Behold the Pale Horse," which is the Facebook status lyrics I posted today. And
shout out Facebook.
Holy shit, dude! The fucking that record and that song, it's such a raw record. It's just it sounds like crap, but it's so heavy at the same time. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. I also listen to a lot of 90s 2000s pop Pandora playlist.
Yeah, we're on like 2 different wavelengths with current music, bro. I've been listening to like Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, and like just trap shit.
Yeah.
Like I love that cloud rap, bro.
Yeah, I'm not really, for those, you know, if you are personal friends of us on this podcast, you will know that I'm not all really about that. I'll listen to it if they play in the car, but
it's all good, bro.
But I'm not gonna.
We're not gonna force you.
I'm not gonna
enjoy
tell
something.
them to shut it off or anything. But I listen to a lot more mainstream stuff because
That's fine.
I'm lame like that.
No, I'm not judging you at all for your music taste. I would never do that unless you put on like VeggieTales soundtrack or some shit. Dude, I tell you to fucking turn that shit off. Fucking VeggieTales. Like I don't really fuck with that shit.
Well, yeah, of course you're not gonna fuck with it now.
The only VeggieTales I fuck with are the ones where you put in a pipe and smoke it.
Nice.
That type of vegetables.
Nice.
Some broccoli.
Nice.
Shout out Lil Yachty too. I fuck with Lil Yachty. All those dudes. All right, listen. So XXL is this thing that comes out every year where they pick like the new up and coming rappers in the scene and shit. And last year Lil Yachty was on the fucking list. This year, if y'all old heads didn't fuck with Lil Yachty before because he was talking shit on Biggie Smalls, wait until you meet Ugly God, because Ugly God is gonna make you hate everything about hip hop all over again, dude. He just like makes memes on the internet. He puts the lizard on his nose and he's like, "Ha, gang, gang." I'll have to show you this shit later. Yeah. All right, you shout out Ugly God, like you're saving hip hop. Like I swear to God. Yeah, dude.
In, like, the best way.
I'm sure he's doing that on purpose for.
Like, he's great.
He like memed, like, as ridiculous as it sounds, he like memed heavy before he was like a rapper.
Oh, I see.
And then like started rapping or whatever. Like, I don't know.
He has a lyric that's "I got KKK bitches."
Oh my.
That's incredible, dude. That is the most lyrical thing I've ever heard in my life. Like that is the most shock value type shit that you could like ever
no fucking kidding, man. That's crazy.
When I first heard that, I was blown away. I was just like, dude, he's got no fucking limiter on his shit.
No,
like he is on one.
I'm all about artists that push boundaries, but
he's on next level.
That is some next level shit.
He's funny. It's comedic, like, you know what I mean. Like I could see him do a show with like Filthy Frank and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but.
What are we going at? What are we at right now?
Dude, we're pretty heavy into this.
Pretty heavy into
it. I think like we've done a pretty damn good job. Yeah.
So.
Should we do like final words?
Well, I think yeah, we should do that. I think next week.
Oh yeah, shout your shit out. Where can people find you on social media?
Well, my name is Billy Sweet, so Billy_Sweet on Instagram. Also that on Twitter. I think that's all I got for my social medias. Yeah.
Instagram, Microsoft420, spelt like you kind of think it is. I'll actually have it like somewhere around here too. And then Twitter is just Microsoft, but the O in soft is a 0 because some fool has my shit.
That's whack.
It happens, I'm hoping that this podcast will get easier for us to get verified. So then I can actually get like my nice.
We don't even know if Get Off My Lawn already has been taken. We're kind of just taking a risk. Yeah. If it has, we'll.
We're sorry. We're keeping the name.
next week, what we're gonna do, which is an idea that I had, if you guys are down for it, we'll do either one of us will do a Facebook live feed or Instagram live feed.
Something.
Just so that way, if you guys are interested in what we're doing, you guys can like ask us questions about.
Oh yeah. If you want to ask us questions on Twitter, just do hashtag Get Off My Lawn, or what's another one? Get Off My Lawn. GOML. Hashtag GOML. Talk some shit. I'll read them out. If there are any, there might not be, but fuck it. I hope that people will be talking shit because I'll roast you. I'm sorry. I'll like put screenshots like right here, right over Jay's face. But
Jay, what's your handles? Tell the people your handles, dog.
Oh yeah, Jay's is KidXDeath, right?
On all of it.
On
Instagram.
On Twitter,
what's Twitter?
The
underscore at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we can get you a mic next time or something.
Either that or we'll just like share one.
Yeah, I need to figure that out. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.